The Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, we had talked about your dad and your dad being in jail, and of all people, man, Kim Kardashian has had, I think, something like 28 people wrongly accused, released from prison. She's all about like prison justice reform, and she makes these regular trips to the White House to talk to the president about prison reform and about getting people out of jail that got bad deals.
Yeah, and I mean that's a worthy cause. It's
an amazing cause.
Amazing cause.
I stopped making fun of her.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to make fun of her anymore. She's doing great things. Like, she's a good person.
And I mean, like, I don't know that family personally, so I could never really speak on them. But for someone to come out and actually, because there's so many people that are behind bars,
yes,
because of being wrongfully accused, and the fact that a celebrity like her of her stature is really shedding light on that and actually taking the steps to go out and actually help some of these guys is just amazing.
It's amazing.
And speaking of my father, like I said, like this is no accident that we're here. Like life this is no accident, Joe. Like the last time I was here, was the first time I ever talked about it and opened up about it. And this attorney, Gray Tesh, out of South Florida, actually contacted me. He's like, hey, I would love to take a look at the case and look at what's going on here. And so, he's kind of been like looking into it, working on it, and sending the letters that need to be sent and making the calls that need to be made. And Joe, the moment I just walked in here, and this is no lie, I just showed you the text. I just walked in here, and I'm in the bathroom, and I get the text that says he's going to be released soon.
That's incredible.
And it's like...
That's incredible. You should bring him with you to the White House.
I would definitely try.
Dude.
I will definitely try.
You know how wild that would be?
Ah, man. The big thing to me that would mean so much to me is to have my dad front and center for my fight. Having my dad come into the cage and put that belt around me. That would be... There's these moments in life that I call it like being floored. And that's just when your heart hits the floor. And I think those moments arrive, and which is what, for me, when you think about the pursuit of happiness, these are the definitions of that, is when you can make your parents' heart hit the floor.
Yeah.
By doing something to where you're recognized so much, to where they're recognized for the work that they did raising you, the good work that they did. Whether it's winning a Rhodes Scholar, whether it's winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Like, can you imagine as a parent watching your child accomplish something great? Like, that feeling is the feeling that I long for.
Yeah.
I want to make my parents feel that as many times as possible before they're called home and they pass from this earth. And I'm sure my daughter at one point is going to want to do that. And I think winning that title, and I would have loved to see my dad's face when I won that title, and just look into him and see how he felt. So I can't wait for him to be at the next one. I can't wait for him to actually feel that.
How long has he been locked up for?
I think since 2009.
Shit, 11 years.
I think, yeah. And my dad didn't miss a beat too. Like, you go see him, my dad's the same guy.
Really?
It's the same guy. You would think this is something that would defeat somebody, that would crush them and kill him. And of course, I'm not with him day in and day out, but my dad's still the same guy to me. And so, man, I'm not gonna cry, but I can't wait for him. I can't wait for him to actually hold my dad again.
If you could choose, who would you like to see him cage side when you fight? Who would you like to be fighting when he's there for the first time?
If I could choose.
If you could choose. Would it be Red Panties Night?
Oh, man, that's a toss-up.
Red Panties Night. I don't know how you can pass up on Red Panties Night.
Listen to me. Conor can get it too, but at the same time, it's his choice. Conor has worked to get to the point where if Conor decides I want to get my ass kicked by Usman, that's his choice. He has the right to make that decision because he's put himself in that position. But it's not a fight that I'm going to beg for, that I really want. But I think someone brought it after my last fight that I'm sitting at right under George's record for most consecutive wins in the welterweight division. And I think I'm like one behind. And so I think, imagine me breaking that record, fighting the guy that has the record. That would be insane for me.
I think besides Conor, that's the biggest fight to make too.
Absolutely.
The other biggest fight to make is Khabib. If Khabib decided to go up to 170.
Yeah, but I would never fight Khabib.
Really?
Yeah. That's my brother. It's just like a mutual respect where I don't see myself ever fighting Khabib. I don't see myself ever fighting Israel. Even though a lot of people have kind of been hinting towards it, they're like, yeah, you guys need to fight. I don't see myself fighting him.
There's plenty of people
having plenty of people. Having 2 belts in Nigeria is better than just having one guy holding 2 belts.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
And so, there's no desire there, man. That's my guy.
I'm a giant fan of him.
Oh my God,
everything about him.
Everything.
He's hilarious. He's got
special.
a fantastic personality. He could be a huge superstar globally.
Oh, he will be. I think he will be.
He really could. I mean, he's got everything. First of all, his striking is some of the most intricate, complex, and creative striking I've ever seen.
Just fluid.
Angles and
fluid.
Yeah, just the way he switches stances and sets you up and leaves traps and.
Yes, and I'm a fan of a lot of UFC fighters. Almost every UFC fighters, I'm a fan of it, especially now getting into the analyst work too. Mm-hmm. Like I get to actually have to watch some of these guys that are just making their debuts and things like that. So I'm a fan of a lot of these guys, not just the champions. And Israel he's special.
He's special.
And I get kind of envious. So I'm like, damn, I wish I could do that shit. I wish I could do this, whip my hands around the way he does it and the way he throws that little question mark kick. And I'm a fan of these guys, and Israel is one of those guys that's special. And Francis, I'm a fan of Francis. I want to be able to swing at somebody even if the punch doesn't land, they fall over. I want to be able to have power like that.
Francis's power is preposterous.
It doesn't make sense.
It's preposterous.